Hello. Wanted to come on here today and just talk about what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be going to my general practitioner, and it's been a little while since I've been there, but we're going to I want to talk about therapeutic massage. I'm curious about that. I would like to use my HSA account to be able to pay for therapeutic massage. I don't even know if there's such a thing, but I just feel like a massage would really help with the situation I have going on here with this dystonia. It just helps relieve the pressure in certain areas. Sometimes when I press on my on certain spots that are so tight, sometimes it makes it worse. But what I've noticed is when I have somebody else press on these areas and I can completely breathe and relax, that it actually helps me a whole lot more. So some of the problematic symptom areas for me right now are originally I was diagnosed with cervical dystonia. So, as you can probably see, I'm leaning to the right here. Let's see here. The muscles that are over on this side are straining nice and tight. But up in my jaw area, in this TMJ area, is just so inflamed. And the pain radiates up into my sinuses, up under my jaw, and these muscles up and under here. And this will pop back and forth quite often. And I mean, like, just me touching right here is so sensitive and so sore. And the same thing for all up in here. And right now it's just inflamed, and you can probably even hear it in my voice. It's kind of throwing me back a bit right now. I can feel a lot of pressure up here in my face. It's almost like somebody's pushing me. That's what it feels like. It feels like somebody's just like pushing me down. And so it's putting a lot of strain on the back of my head here, the back of my skull, and the muscles just under that in my neck. So, and now just a lot of pressure up here. Yeah. In my nose, behind my throat, on the roof of my mouth. Sorry. And it's starting to move my jaw this way. Here he goes. So. And I'm just learning how to do things. I've had a lot of trauma in my life. And when you have a lot of trauma, emotional trauma, you tend to panic about things and stress out about things. And all of that makes this way worse. And man, I'm hanging on. I've got my husband who has seizures. I've got my co-worker who has that I work really closely with, who's having nervous breakdowns. And I'm in the middle of it, just trying to hold my own shit together. So, and obviously, I'm not doing a very good job of it. This is just my body's reaction to stress, is what I'm trying to say. It's kind of tilting me back this way. And what typically happens when this happens is that something pops, something shifts. goodness. And my guess is that, I'm hitting a lot of nerves, um, up and down my spine and in my jaw area. There's got to be nerves. That's why I'm in such pain. Uh, and it's bending me forward now. And I keep hearing pops. Like my muscles are so tight that they're pushing bones, shifting things out of the way. I was at my husband's neurologist appointment the other day, and I kept mentioning that my husband was having dystonic movements during one of the periods after, like, 2 hours after the seizure. His arm was making this movements, and I just associate him as dystonic movements because that's what I have, dystonia. Anyway, he questioned me on that. He was like, what do you mean by this dystonic movements? And I said, well, I mean, I'm saying this based on what I understand as far as my own condition. And he would ask me to share with him, like, what do I have, So dystonia. And he's like, where, And I said, I have it generalized. It's, and it's in my feet, it's in my fingers, and I'm like this, showing him, because he's asking me, like, show me, like, what does it do? What does it exactly do? And you know what? I haven't even had a movement specialist ask me that. So, with that being said, this is, oh my gosh, this sinus area right here, just in behind my eye. Sometimes this right eye will just, like, pop closed. Oh my goodness, it's getting in my throat right now. I'm going back to my general practitioner so that I can talk to him about some treatments, but also I'm going to get a referral to another doctor where I'm living here in Texas, and another movement specialist who is been recommended, and everyone, and it's a female, which I'm really interested in because maybe she'll have a little bit better bedside manner than some of these other male doctors who, I don't know, they're just brainiacs. They don't really have a soft side. I don't know. Not trying to put anybody down, but I guess, yeah, when you are practicing a medicine, that is more specialized, I guess. The specialists that I've seen haven't had very good bedside manner. So, I don't know. So I'm excited about meeting this woman, and I'm believing and hoping that I can get in to see her. I'm just going to believe that I'm getting in, that I have an appointment already. But once I see my general practitioner, we'll get another referral, and so anyway, I don't know what can be done about any of this except for just to continue letting go of all the pain that I have harbored deep inside of my heart. And my life wasn't perfect. I went through a lot of really sad stuff, and my kids went through some sad stuff. And, you know, all that just gets stuck down deep inside of us, sometimes, and it comes out in different ways. And so I think the more that I love myself and the more I forgive myself, and that I humble myself and ask for amends, for forgiveness wherever I need to ask for forgiveness, that I, do that, and begin to just love myself and more every day. And many times I think, oh, I'm fine, I've got it, I'm doing great, emotionally, and then I'll hit a hard patch, something that shatters my heart again or something, and then brings back all this other gunk, And so I'm learning that when these things come up, that old memories or whatever, or old habits, I think that's mainly for me right now, is I just have all these habits, that I want to let go of, and follow a better path, a better habit, make better choices. I need to get my health under control here. I've been kind of tied up my husband's health and all the financial burdens that we have going on right now, and I felt I've crumbled a bit under all the pressure and the stress of dealing with all of the being in and out of the hospital with my husband mainly, and on a number of, I guess it's been about five times he's had these seizures called status epilepticus that once they start, they don't stop unless I call EMS. And so we have a lot of medical debt from that, and him staying in the hospital for time, 4 or 5 days at a time, just running different tests and things, and and then I'm a full-time teacher, so it's been an interesting year. So I'm excited about tomorrow, and I'm excited to see what possibilities there are, because today I've been in a lot of pain in my face, and actually it seems to let off the pain when I talk a little bit, because I'm moving all of this, because there's just a lot of pressure, so it kind of just helps distract from that pressure. And I'm working with my church. We have a homeless mission, and went out last Saturday and walked the streets, and we just wanted to love on people for a while. People just need human interaction, people to see them. They want to be seen, Their pain they deal with their pain differently. Maybe they live on a street, it's different, But we all have pain, and we all deal with it in different ways. And some of us deal with it in similar ways. But, it just really was so much fun to love on these people. And, there's no judgment. I don't judge them for where they're at. I just want to love them. That's it. And And that's our only purpose, is just to love them and give them food. And just a pleasure, just an absolute pleasure to, buy somebody or get somebody a pair of shoes, and this gentleman's shoes were just falling right off of him. He had holes all in the shoes, and you just think, wow, nobody until now has given this man shoes. So it's a real, it uplifts me to get to participate and be part of, a ministry that just wants to love people, and the way Jesus loves. So, and it was just so wonderful to just be around other people who we worked with a team of folks that had once lived on the street and been addicted to meth and other drugs, and to just see them and their light and their love, and their desire to help other people who are in the same situation is really igniting. And to see them standing there as living, walking miracles, it's just, get out of yourself and into somebody else. Get out of yourself, not into somebody else for a negative way, to pick on somebody else, because that'll make your pain worse. That'll make your trauma of dealing with, whatever disease or whatever you have going on. So pour your love into somebody else. Love, people the way Christ loves, came to love us. So anyway, the other thing is that I'm about to practice here in just a second. I have my guitar right here. This is my Martin. It's a 1950s Martin, and it's oh my gosh, this guitar is just so yummy. It has such a beautiful tone. But I was gonna play a song. I was gonna practice a little bit, because when I sing, the pain seems to vanish a little more. Man, okay, this is a great song. Let's see. We'll see if I can rig this up for you guys to listen to me for a second. So let me see what I can pull off here. Alright. So let me take a hey. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna take a little swig of the old Earl Grey and lemon tea. Oh yeah. By the way, I use these doTERRA peppermint. They're little balls of, it's like gelatin, and then it has peppermint oil in the middle of each of these little guys. And so when I'm traveling, if this gets really inflamed, I'll just pop it between the old fingers, and then use that. And then I have a few things that I have had some folks give me that this one's called a nerve salve. It does have a few little green things in here. Wink, wink. But somebody has given this to me, and it does help to relax the muscles in my face. So, and I just rub it wherever I feel that pull of the dystonia, and it does help to relax these muscles for a time. Yeah, all up in here. It's just like so knotted. It's so crazy. Anyway, this does help, and it helps me anyway. And so if you want more information about this nerve tonic, then be sure to send me a message. I'll give you all the information about it. Okay, let's see here. So I just started leading worship at this church that my brother-in-law started. And as I said before, we have a ministry where we minister. We primarily want folks that have who are living a rough life, you know, who have lived on the streets, who have been in in and out of prison. My brother-in-law was in the penitentiary, and anyway, he came out, and it's amazing. His story is just amazing. Okay. But anyway, I didn't know I had it in me, but this has really helped me a whole lot with what's going on in my own life. So anyway, this is just me sharing. Let's see here. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So we'll see what you guys think. You are listening. I had so much fun singing for you. It really does help me. It makes me feel so much better. It, if not physically, it makes me feel better internally in my emotions. And when you're in the kind of pain that we are in, you got to do something to lift your spirits. And it does. It will distract you for a time, and it's enough to get that next breath of fresh air before you go on to another challenge. So, well, I love you guys, and thank you so much for being a part of my channel. And I pray for all of us. I pray for you. Pray for me. That we just continue to receive and have healing, and in the different various ways that we're receiving it. So anyway, I love you guys. Message me if you need anything. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Okay? All right. Bye.